Opening day has come and gone. Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. Starting today's gameplay off with Iowa against Richmond. Very cool matchup here because we have a debut, a GGBL debut for custom pitcher Richard Strongman. He'd actually been down at the minor league system in the AAA level. He actually pitched pretty good as a 78 overall player, but since he did get an upgrade with channel points, his viewer, the subscriber that owns Richard Strongman, if you want to use that terminology, upgraded him through channel points. He's now up here. He's the 4th best pitcher in the organization at this point, making his GGBL debut, and so far, so good for him and the Iowa Reapers. So let's go bottom 2. We do get an RBI here, so it is 1-0, then a base hit back up the middle. That is Gray with the RBI single. It's going to be 2-0 now with runners on the corners, and Alexei Shevchuk has got to find a way to get out of this inning, and he does with a strikeout. So let's go top 3rd. We got a base hit here, already runner on second base. That's Cristobal Reyes driving in Darius Wilson, who actually had a stolen base attempt, and successful stolen base attempt to get in to second base and scoring position there to lead to that run. Let's go top 3rd here still with a base hit by Chris Addison, but the runner, Cristobal Reyes, is going to be thrown out from Nick Drake all the way out in right field. What a gun! Little cannon right there. Let's take one look at it. Little one-hopper to the catcher. Absolutely perfect. And then the tag on the arm. Just unbelievable play defensively for the Reapers. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd. The very next inning. Still nobody out, in Sebastian Salvatore with a 2-run shot off of Shevchuk. He's, again, kind of struggling here. We know Iowa's got a really good offense, but for whatever reason, they're playing under 500 level baseball to this point in season number 1. Got another base hit off of Shevchuk yet again in the bottom of the 3rd. It is now 5-1. Let's jump here to the top of the 4th, and Strongman, we'll check in with him. He's going to end the inning with a strikeout. He's going to end up going 5 1/3 with 6 Ks, and then we got a great play right there by Andino. This dude made a nice defensive play on opening day, so it seems like this dude just has a really slick glove, man. So runners on 1st and 2nd, and Salvatore's going to drop a little flare down the line of left field. That's going to fall in. Somehow the runners weren't scared of that being caught. Like, they knew that it was going to fall in. And then as we skip ahead, we've got Andino, the defensive maestro, coming up with a 3-run double. It's going to make it 9-1. Same inning, guys. Same inning, bases loaded, and a grand salami, making it 13-1. And that will be your final score. 13-1. Iowa Reapers just laid waste to the good boys. They sent them to the Rainbow Bridge. Death came knocking. Unbelievable. Alexei Shevchuk was not very good. I'm just going to leave it flat out. He just wasn't very good. He's got to be fine. He's got to find a way to be more consistent. I don't know how many walks he had here tonight. He had, it looks like, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 5 earned runs, quite a bit of hits. So he's just got to find a way. And I know that Iowa's a tough test in gameplay. They play really well. They actually destroyed Pittsburgh, if you remember that game on opening day. But for whatever reason, they're playing under 500 level ball. So we'll see if that win over a really good team in Richmond, if that's going to propel them in the AL Central. Speaking of the AL Central, we got a rivalry matchup here between Wisconsin and Chicago. Both pitchers, Villafuerte and Escalona, both 5-1 for their respective teams. And we're going to jump all the way here to the top of the 2nd as Angelo Ruth is going to lead this thing off with a double off the wall. And that's going to get Chicago in business here against, yet again, another good pitcher in Omar Villafuerte. So he's in a little bit of trouble here. Full count against Absol Jericho, and he is going to miss. And he's going to walk Jericho to get 2 runners on base for Jermaine Lang, who's going to rip a base hit right past the shortstop. That's unfortunate because the throw's coming in, and the runner's going to score. That is an RBI single for Jermaine Lang, and Chicago will take the lead here 1-0. So now let's jump ahead here in the bottom of the 2nd because that's all Chicago is going to get, and that is Avante Duckworth going to ring this all the way to the wall. Jericho got to get a good throw in. He's going to misfire the cutoff man. Third baseman's got to come out to get the ball, but he's going to overthrow the pitcher covering, and it's a triple. It's a triple off of a bunch of errors. My goodness, and that is not going to stop the Maples' onslaught here. You get runners on the corners. That's a fly ball to left. They're going to get the runner in, but oh no, another error. just guys misthrowing, misfiring on the cutoff man. Luckily, though, that's not going to lead the base runner to get to second. We're going to jump here to the bottom of the 4th inning as we've got Jericho in center, just letting this one drop. And now with nobody down, we got runners on first and second. Escalona's got a job to do here, but Souza Barbosa, deep shot. That's going to be off the wall, almost a home run. That's going to lead to 2 runs to score. Nope, just 1. I wish they had the little graphic up there, guys, but they don't on CPU versus CPU. It is 2-1, and that is all that Wisconsin's going to get. We're going to go here to the bottom of the 6th inning as we do have a bullpen arm now. That is Rosado coming in, and he's going to give up a double with nobody out. Here is Cortez with a deep shot to right center field. Fans are getting up out of their seats. That baby's gone. 2-run shot for Cortez, and Wisconsin will extend the lead out 4-1. Top 9, one more batter to get. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. See you later. Thanks for playing. Wisconsin will get a really nice victory over a pretty good opponent in Chicago. They've got some good players on that roster. So 4-1 win is your final score. Villafuerte was solid. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's not known as to being a strikeout guy, but he got a couple today. But offensively, Chicago really struggled. Only 3 hits today. 3 hits, that was it. Escalona had 8 strikeouts, 4 innings, so the pitch count was a little high for him. 13 strikeouts for the Maples, yet offensively they came through when it mattered the most. They had got no production out of Justice and Oliver, but the 2 other custom players, Souza Barbosa and Duckworth, they really did a great job offensively. Ooh, and do we have a good one here? Houston hosting LA. Dino Murillo, 4-2 pitcher, 2.54 ERA. Very good whip at 105. 17 strikeouts and 5 walks across 6 starts. So he is not a strikeout pitcher by any means. Is that going to bode well for LA's offense? We'll find out here. But on the other side, he's got Janil Rivera, who is a strikeout pitcher. 53 strikeouts across 7 starts. He is undefeated at 4-0 with a 3.4 ERA. So he is giving up some runs. It's a good ERA. It's a respectable ERA, but it looks like he might be able to be had here if Houston stays back. That's Denzel Good with the base hit. He was off and running already. He's rounding second, definitely going to be headed towards the plate. Here comes the throw. Back to the cutoff man, and just not in time. Denzel Good's going to slide in safely. Jay Kinney delivers the RBI single, and the opening salvo is fired across 2 first-place teams in the NL. Let's go here to the top of the 2nd here. We got Ariano with a base knock here. Good job in center to cut this thing off. If that thing got all the way to the warning track, all the way to the wall, I think that Ariano would have been safe at 3rd. And that's not a play that's going to show up in the box score, but it is a play that your teammates love because there's a hustle play and it could help you win ball games. But Ethan Lederman's going to come up here, the next batter, and make that point completely moot as he's going to drive in that runner, Ariano, into score. It's now 1-1. That is Lederman's 8th RBI of the season. That's all they're going to get, luckily. So if you're rooting against LA, you're rooting for this. Valenzuela, home run? No, it's going to drop. Left fielder went all the way to the wall, and it just dropped. He didn't even touch it. I think maybe the light to shadow change towards the wall kind of threw him off there. It would have, for me, it would have been a really tough catch. Either way, that's Valenzuela at second. He's going to move over to third thanks to Fortenberry's ground out here to the first baseman. Next batter up, that's Bobby Gardner taking the knuckleball to the pull side. That's a hot shot single. Houston will take the lead here 2-1. Murillo still firing out there in the top of the 5th. That's a walk. Then Mathhouse going to come up, ground ball. Good can't handle it. Makes the throw to first. Safe. So an error will be charged here to Denzel Good. Here's a base knock. Could be the runner scoring. We'll see what the throw looks like. It is a strong throw from right field. So bases juiced with 1 down, 2-2 pitch. And Covington pops it up. Little flare shot to right. And it's going to be off of Jay Kinney's glove. But he's got enough wherewithal to know that it is a force-out situation. He throws home to prevent the run from scoring to protect the lead. But next batter up is Boris Almanzar. He gets a single, a 2 RBI single. And just like that, LA will take the lead. And we're going to jump all the way here to the bottom of the 8th. Jay Kinney trying to make up for that error. He's going to get a single. Next batter up is Boyd Franks. He loves going the opposite way. He did this in opening day. That's Kinney now. He's got a chance to score from first to home. He's headed home. He's going to score. Wow, just like that, Houston's going to tie the ball game up, and now, guys, we are in extra innings. Top 10 we go. That's Boris Almanzar with a base hit. Here is Ortiz with a gap shot. No one's going to catch this baby. That ball is gone. A 2-run homer for Giovanni Ortiz, and Houston is done. Unbelievable. That was a great game. Great game. LA's going to find another way to win a game. They're so good, man. They're so good. They're so tough. They're so tough. I was expecting, because this was going to be a fantasy draft, that things were going to be totally different from GGBL 21. Things so far have remained the same. The Knights are still good. The Copperheads find ways to lose when they shouldn't. Some things never change, man. Some things never change. So player of the game, definitely going to be Giovanni Ortiz with that 2-run home run, man. Just, I don't think that there's anybody else that you can give it to. I mean, the game was pretty tight all the way around, but that was the deciding factor, delivering that 2-run bomb. So Janelle was a little shaky, in my opinion, compared to what he normally does. 5 innings, 8 hits, a couple strikeouts across the board. So he was all right, but I was considering him a little shaky from being a 99 overall pitcher. He definitely had his struggles. Let's get out to our next matchup. We got 23-20 Nashville against 22-21 Vancouver. Series is currently tied up, and looks like we got some offense here at Laughing Mountain Park. And our NL Pitcher of the Month, Steve Cuevas, 8 starts, 4-2 currently, 56 strikeouts to 6 walks. So you want to talk about a strikeout pitcher, this guy can bring it from the left-hand side. He's going to strike out DEG to get us going here in the top of the first. Walker Lettier going to ground out. Cuevas fields his position nicely, makes the nice and easy throw. So really the reason why I'm showing you guys this matchup is because there could be a little rivalry brewing here, because both these teams, they're kind of surrounded at this point. As we see a stolen base by Peanuts McLovin. They're surrounded by some really good teams in their own division. NL Central for Nashville, they've got New Orleans, they got St. Louis, they've got Houston that we just saw to worry about. And then for Vancouver, they've got Seattle in the West. They've got LA in the West as well. So really this series is important to see how they stack up against each other, but perhaps more importantly to create separation from each other. So in a 1-1 series, this means a lot. League leaders in RBIs, Buddy Kidd is one of those league leaders in the NL side, and he's got a chance here to drive the game's first run, but he will fly out there to David Tanaka in right field, who's actually on the list as one of the NL league leaders in ribbies. So top 2, Steve Cuevas still pitching fairly well. He's got good help from his defense turning 2. Let's go bottom 2. We got Cedric Rich delivering an opposite field shot over there to left field. He's definitely going to get in with a 1-out double. Throw comes off just a little bit offline, but that's the 5th double there for Rich, and the Beavs are in business here. Luis Cairo coming up, the left fielder. He's going to fly out there to center field. So the inning is over. Let's go top 5. Cuevas is still out there. Hot shot ground ball right past third baseman Shackelford. And then Luis Cairo, what are you doing? Hustle. Get to the ball. Should be a triple there for Villalobos. And it is. Slides in safely to third. Leadoff triple. Nashville is in business. Cuevas has got to settle down and find a way here, but Peanuts, he bobbles it. The run was going to score anyway, so he can be as frustrated as he wants, but he should have had the out. Maybe Cuevas goes a little longer if you can get the out. But Salvatore Bautista will be the man that they call on. He's 2-0 in 14 games. Got a good ERA, but this one right here could be the kill shot on Vancouver. Buddy Kidd's going to get this strong throw back into the double cut, I should say. And it is now 3-0 as Dalton Zachary comes through with a 2-run double. And Tanaka, still top 5. Bautista gives up a big shot there. That should score 2 runs. It should be 5-0 after this base hit, and it will be. So top 5 turns to 5-0 just like that. And we'll go bottom 9. That's a little hot shot to second base. DEG makes the play. Double play unassisted for Demetrius Edwards-George. Guy's too fast, man. He can get to anything. So Nashville will win the game and win the series. 2-1. They came out and they pitched well. They hit well. They had 8 hits today with 5 runs. Cuevas is saddled with a tough luck loss. He had 7 strikeouts and only went 4 2/3. So pitch count for Cuevas gets up there quite a bit, it seems like. But 7 strikeouts, again, the guy can just pitch. He's very crafty. He's a crafty little lefty there. But let's not leave out Matthews for Nashville. He had 9 strikeouts today, 7 innings. That's a very, very solid quality start if I've ever seen one. So got to give him some credit here. All right, let's go out to our next matchup here. We got the maybe underperforming Oklahoma City Cyclones. Berger's really got to step up here. 207 batting average so far this season, and they're under 500. Meanwhile, Washington's getting a lot of good contribution from their pitching staff and their offense, hence why they're 27-15. But you know the real reason I think they're 27-15? It's the Taylor brothers. Jake Taylor at catcher with all that pink get up. I don't know what he's thinking here with the green, but what a great play from catching position. And then DJ Taylor with the off-balance throw, covering in on the bunt. These guys are big dudes, and they are able to move athletically. They're like football players playing baseball. It's pretty impressive here. But you know what else is impressive? Gustavo Caballero is a 1.86 ERA. He's undefeated. That 0 is for 0 losses on his jersey. But you know what? Look who was on base. You saw the pink? That's Jake Taylor. Up to bat, DJ Taylor. He hits the 2-run shot. DJ's like, I don't care about your no losses. I don't care about your league-leading ERA across the American League. Top 2. I don't care. See you later, baby. Let's go bottom third. Gustavo Caballero still out there, pitching all right, you know. He can't figure out DJ Taylor, apparently. Other than that, he's been pretty flawless. That's another 2-run shot for DJ. Chucky Pinkard was on third as he's going to score, and we take one more look at it. You just can't throw DJ Taylor that meaty of a pitch. Let's go bottom 6. We got Berger, base knock. Going to move the runner over here to second. Maybe, possibly, that's OKC's perfect opportunity to get a runner across. We'll see what Braden Leroy has to say about it. Here's a ground ball to second and a little flip over to first, and that's going to go by the wayside for the Cyclones half of the inning there. They just can't quite figure out R.J. Dixon and the pitching staff for Washington. Chucky Pinkard has an opportunity to extend the lead out here from 4, but he's going to strike out. Let's go top 8. Full count as Berger's going to deliver the first run for the Cyclones, and he slides in safely. I'm sure that we all felt an earthquake in Washington at that point. The dude can run, though. The dude can run. As big as he is, he can run. And right down the line, that's a perfectly placed base hit. Still top 8. Braden Leroy trying to tack on more runs, but Quevedo is out there in left field. He makes the play. Let's go to the top of the 9th with 2 down with a runner on base, and Vargas will get the save. So if you guys had Vargas in your fantasy lineups, the guy's pretty automatic, man. He's got 13 saves so far in the season. Should be one of the GGBL league leaders at that point. So Dixon moves to 5-1. The loss goes to Gustavo Caballero, his first of the season. If we take a look at the box score here, just nothing really happening for OKC. So they were completely shut down by Dixon, and Caballero was not good. 5 strikeouts with 4 earned against him. That's probably his worst outing of the season, I think. R.J. Dixon was really good, though. 6 innings, none earned, 9 Ks, but I think DJ Taylor has to be the player of the game. I mean, 9 strikeouts is a very hard thing to go against, but you had 2 2-run home runs, therefore 4 ribbies today. I think DJ Taylor's your player of the game. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section. Now, guys, moving forward, we have a GGBL Game of the Week voting that's happening right now. So every Wednesday, at the end of the highlight reel video, I'm going to show you the games that are up for live vote, and then you can go to that Google form inside the pinned comment section. I don't know if I can get it in the description just yet. I don't know if YouTube's going to let me post links inside of that area because I'm such a new channel still. But every Wednesday, you guys will be able to vote on the Game of the Week that's happening on Friday nights. So right now up on your screen, you see that the results so far, we have 37 responses, and the majority of them are coming into the yellow or the orange area for Boston and Seattle. 32% right now for Phoenix and New Orleans. If that starts to get closer, let's say we get to 40 and then 39%, then I'll show 2 games because that's so hard to discern what the community wants to watch. So I'll just show both games. If it starts to widen, if the gap starts to widen and it's really heavily in favor of Boston, Seattle, I don't really have a choice. I'm not going to show the other 2 games. So I'll just show the majority rules type of game. That's the way that I'm going to run it. So anyway, that's it for now. Leave a like if you like this thing, guys. And one more thing to note, is if you are a part of the GGBL fantasy leagues. We had 67 submissions, only 40 people responded with an actual lineup. I have contacted you guys. I let you know that, we're locking on Wednesday. This is it. We're done with like fantasy submissions and stuff. If you didn't get in, then that's okay. You can try again for season number 2, but we are completely locked up and we've got the leagues already set. So really all this is, it's just something fun to do. It's a little something extra to follow the content for. You're basically competing against other league members for custom prospects at the very end of the season. So kind of a cool idea, kind of a cool concept. Hope you guys enjoy it the guys that are a part of it. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to be giving you guys stats updates and performance updates to how your teams are doing, how you are doing in your leagues at the midpoint of the season. So like all-star break area, probably trade deadline-ish area. And then at the very end of the season, of course, when we have to figure out who won your respective leagues. So if you didn't get in this round, no worries. I'm going to reset the deck in season number 2. So keep your eyes out for that. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one here coming up on Friday for the live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.